Thank you, Madam Mayor. I was really excited when I read through this grant proposal that's before us tonight, and I've heard about it a couple times, and I think it's so exciting, and it's going to have, if funded and really with the move of the EMSI, I think it's going to be so significant to the downtown that I thought it would be nice for Jeff to have one more opportunity to say something about it to the public, because it's a neat thing, and I just think it would be good for people to hear about it again.
Great. Yeah, this item was in the consent agenda, and it's a big deal. So, Jeff, I'm excited to hear more.
Madam Mayor, members of the council, it's a pleasure to be here, especially with so many visitors this evening. I got the notice that this was coming off the consent agenda at 2:30, and I'm grateful that I kept a tie in my office and I could put on for tonight. And but yeah, I'm excited about the project. I have a little outline that maybe I could put up on the projector here. It's not already on.
There we go.
Thank you. The Idaho GEM Grant is basically sponsored by the Idaho Department of Commerce. The intent of the GEM Grant is for job creation and job retention. Those are the primary objectives. And grants up to $50,000 may be awarded to eligible communities. There is a match requirement of 20%. 5% of that can be in kind, non-cash admin services. The City of Moscow is applying for $50,000 towards the GEM Grant. The company that we are working to try and assist with the relocation is EMSI. EMSI was named to the Inc. 5000 list for 7 years in a row. And they're a great company. We're so fortunate to have them within the city of Moscow. In 2011...
Jeff, can I interrupt you for the
Sure.
people that don't know? Who are they, what do they do, and where are they located right now?
Okay. Madam Mayor, Councilmember Steed, EMSI stands for Economic Modeling Specialists International, and for the past decade, EMSI has provided colleges and universities, workforce boards, economic development organizations in the private sector with data, software, and reports related to labor market and the economy. So they are basically a big data company, and they have been they're currently located in the Alturas Technology Park. They're in a facility there that's approximately 10,000 square feet in size. The new building that they're moving to downtown is approximately 22,000 square feet in size. So at the end of 2011, MSI had approximately 53 employees. At the end of 2012, at 80, and the target for this December 2013 is 100 employees. The average salary is $47,800, so that's a great company to have within your community. The project is basically sidewalk and streetscape improvements. The sidewalk and streetscape are estimated at $104,000 for traffic control implementation, maintenance and removal, saw cutting and demolition, storm drainage, subgrade excavation and base rock, curbs, walks, concrete paving, tree grate frames, and then $21,000 in fiber optic cable, and then the total project cost estimated at approximately $125,000.
And Jeff, just for clarification on those sidewalks, you were telling me they're going to be, what, 10 feet wide? Is that right?
They'll actually be closer to 14 feet wide.
14 feet wide,
and
big
there'll
wide
be
ones?
approximately 180 lineal feet of sidewalk. This is a map that shows basically the location of the fiber optic coming down 6th Street. It will basically then turn, come underneath 6th Street, and will plug into the rear of the primary building. The project area, a couple of pictures. You can see the alleyway where the fiber will come up. And then in this picture off to the right, you can see the existing situation with regards to the sidewalks. The large elm trees, they're beautiful, but they're kind of the wrong tree in the wrong location from the standpoint that they are taking up so much space on the sidewalk that getting wheelchair access around these, and then also the root systems are pretty well pushing up the sidewalks, that there's a need to make a change there. And so it's a drawing of basically what will be the project scope, pushing that out to, I think it's like approximately 14 to 14 and a half feet wide, and for 180 feet, and will certainly be an improvement there for pedestrian access. The project funding of the $125,000 will be split between the GEM Grant and the Moscow Urban Renewal Agency. The Idaho Department of Commerce grant requires a match. $2,500 will be City of Moscow in-kind non-cash match, and $7,500 will come from Winson Company, LLC, the project developer match. The economic impacts of the project are that, as an economist, when you look at an economy, is basically money flows into the local economy as a result of the activity of primary industries. And primary industries are those that sell their goods or services outside the geographic boundary of the local economy, importing wealth to the area. And the local economy will grow and expand, decline, or fall in direct proportion to the amount of wealth being imported. And as a rule of thumb, it's generally for every one primary job created, there are generally between 2 and 3 dependent jobs created. So having a project of this scale, when you think that we're adding almost 50 jobs in the last 2 years that are high-paying jobs, we could use 2 or 3 more companies like that in Moscow. They're a great partner. And so the motion this evening before you is basically motion to approve the submission of the Idaho GEM Grant request to the Idaho Department of Commerce for infrastructure improvements at 409 South Jackson Street and the corresponding resolution.
And Jeff, for clarification, this fiber is going to be owned by the City of Moscow, correct?
That is correct,
Yeah,
and so will the sidewalk.
Opportunities for additional additional development that also relies on this fiber system. So that's a great win-win, I think.
I think
Thank
so,
you.
too.
Council members, yes, Tom?
I was just, if there are no more questions, I was just going to make a motion that we support the Idaho GEM Grant proposal as stated.
The submission.
Submission.
And the
Thompson.
resolution?
And the resolution.
Corresponding.
Yes.
Okay.
And the corresponding resolution.
Okay, I hear a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, we have Tom's motion and Wayne's second. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll start the roll call vote with you, Dan.
Aye.
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 Okay, that motion carries unanimously, and so the submission of the grant request is thereby approved, as is the accompanying resolution, which will be signed this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Thanks for your good work on that.
Thank you.
We'll look forward to the opening of that new facility